Adam calls it the dead arm dance, and he said that's what they used to do back in the day at Mankato State. And it looked pretty familiar because I've been at some parties where some people who can't dance do that as well. And so I like to embrace my inner, well, my limitations as a dancer, I guess, I'm honest about. So I said, well, that's a dance I can get behind. And I was asking Diggsy about his dance from week 1 and didn't really know what he was trying to do. And so I tried to do both of them after the rushing touchdown. And we had fun with it. It was great when the linemen joined, and it's kind of a group thing. That's when it becomes fun.
Kirk, all the tip passes, what do you attribute that to?
One was a keeper, so I just attributed to an unblocked end that we're trying to influence with the run fake. He doesn't buy it, and then I got to touch it up and over. And if I touch it too much, the safety drives down and blows up CJ. So I was just trying to get it up and over quick. And I've made that throw several times this season, but that one he got. Other ones were quick game, and I felt like those were, our backs trying to cut the end and get hands down, but then the end can get back up, and he got that one. And the last one, rainy protection was just, I don't know even who batted it. It is what it is. But I thought it was more of a credit maybe to the Cardinals defense and their scheme and the way they played, and they were ready to bat balls down than it was anything we were doing.
It was refreshing to close out the game, the running game, to do Latavius and just have let him do his thing.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime, I've always said that the run game is going to be an easier way to move the football when it comes to less risk, and so anytime we can get the run game going and have explosive runs, that's always preferred. Especially in the second half there when we got a 3-score lead and we were trying to churn the clock. So anytime we can get that going, we're going to try. But it is tough to stay patient at times because you have a second and short, you run the ball, and then you lose a couple of yards. Now it's 3rd and 4, and you're back to your drop back game, and you're thinking, why did we run on second down? So it's always that balance of trying to be patient, run the ball, but also not wasting plays.
How important was it to get a score before the half and then to come right back after the kickoff and score on their first drive back?
So Coach Zimmer talks about that. He says, back in May during OTAs, we sit in a team meeting and he shows us film of teams that do that. He calls it a double dip, where you finish the half and you start the second half, and you score on both possessions. And he said many times when you double dip, you can put teams away quickly. And so we talk about it, and because Coach Zimmer preaches it, a guy like Kyle Rudolph is on the sideline saying, hey man, let's double dip. Before we even go down and score to end the half, we're talking about how important that is to do that. And today we were able to, and would have loved to have been able to do more in the second half to really pull away.